Welcome to Rich Conversations. This is another one of our Rich Reflections sessions where we're going to take about 30 to 50 minutes out of our day to simply just think more intentionally about our own life. And through this kind of a deliberate pause and thinking, we can get a little bit more clarity in the direction we want to go in. So let's begin this session, how we do every session, and that's 5 minutes of breathing. Not too difficult. We all know how to do that, right? So I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. I really love the timer app. This is one of the most frequently used apps on my phone, and I don't even use it to wake up in the morning. It's all these other things, cooking, laundry, like so many different things. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to sit with our feet flat on the floor. Some people meditate with cross legs. I find that difficult, but we want to sit kind of straight up with a straight back, kind of like if your spine was on a string and someone's pulling it up. We want to have that kind of posture. And all we're going to do is focus on the breath. Breathe in and out. If it helps, count, in one, out one. And if thoughts come to mind, simply just let them pass. They're not important right now. All right. That was 5 minutes of breathing. How was it for you? For me, I was a little distracted by the mosquitoes, I will say. Acorns, branches just falling from the oak trees. All right. We're going to start this session how we do every session, and that's the first question: what are we grateful for? Gratitude and patience. Yeah, just before this, when I pulled up over here, there were 4 female turkeys. Pretty big. I saw a feather and I'm like, turkeys are around. And they're just like, they strutted it into the woods, so I wasn't able to get a good like video of them. But they're just like moving with their necks. They look like dinosaurs. And dinosaurs evolved into those birds. They have dinosaur DNA in them. I'm 90% sure. So that's cool. Those are some of the bigger animals I've seen recently. Haven't seen many deer recently. Even the hawks have been a little quieter. Bugs are out a little bit more. I'm surprised the fireflies are still out. It's like the first week of August. So on that note, what are we noticing about nature right now? What have we observed recently? Yeah, the other day was it last week? I had a campfire and I brought my football and I was just punting it back and forth. I remember in grade school, like 2nd, 3rd grade, we used to play kickball at recess, and all it was just like a row of people on one side and then a row of kids, like on the other side, and all we would do was just kick dodgeballs and soccer balls and footballs back and forth to each other. That was what we thought kickball was. That's what we called it. We simply just kicked it back and forth. And some of the bigger kids, there were a few different like bullies. Man, they could kick those balls. They were really good at ball kicking. And so I was thinking about that while I was punting my football back and forth. This football I got back in 2012, it's actually a USC, South Carolina, or not Carolina, I get them mixed up. Southern California football. I kicked it and went in the woods. And it's way too dense. It's going to be hard to find until the fall, when the leaves start falling. Which is disappointing. I was dumb though. I was stupid. So yeah. What's a place we have somewhat of a connection with? In terms of, I had a USC football. That seems a little odd for living in Wisconsin, growing up in Wisconsin. But I'm a USC fan. because while I love the Wisconsin Badgers, they're consistent and they're competitive and they generally win, but I want to go after championships, national titles. And, like back in 2012, I think this was the like Matt Barkley era, and I was a big fan of Dan Patrick's show, so like he was on, and I remember watching the Reggie Bush era Trojans, and they're a fun team. Southern California, LA. I've been to their campus twice. I've been on their campus twice. So what's kind of an odd connection that we have that someone wouldn't pick up on? Like an outlier connection based on the norm. I also like University of Alabama football because of Nick Saban. I learned a lot from Nick Saban, and they go after national titles, but now I don't know. It's going to be tough for them to compete in the NIL era, I think. I was actually, for quite a big time, Ohio State fan. I even applied and got into Ohio State University when I was applying for colleges. Tuition would have been just outrageous, though, the out-of-state tuition. I feel like if you're going to go out-of-state, at least my perspective was like, it shouldn't be a big state university. It should be, I don't know, like a private one. I applied to University of Miami, Florida. They kept sending me all these brochures. I applied. I did not get in. They did not accept me. So don't send me all this stuff to begin with. They have a pretty high standard. I had a bad ACT score. Yeah, I applied to University of Wisconsin-Madison, Marquette University, Xavier University in Ohio, and University of Minnesota, Twin Cities, University of Wisconsin, La Crosse, DePaul University, where I ended up going, and Loyola University, Chicago. Yeah, that's a really interesting prism of like where my mindset was at the time. I just didn't take college very seriously or like researching it or I lead a lot with my intuition, and my intuition would tell me that I would do well anywhere I go. Madison, though, University of Wisconsin-Madison did not approve of me. I got put on the waiting list, again, because of my ACT score, not good. I got the same ACT score twice. I took it twice. And they were both under, like, weird circumstances. One I took in the morning, and then I drove out like an hour and a half to Madison for a football game. The other one was Badger Boys State. So every school selects 2 juniors, men, boys, and go to this kind of like citizenship conference thing. And this was at Ripon College in Wisconsin. And so I left right after that. And I remember taking the SAT at this other high school, and I was just distracted by the girls. I was more interested in like meeting girls than taking the SAT. I don't even remember what my score was. Bad at reading and math. Just like having to answer questions in a particular time frame. Just like I'm not good at. That's not how I operate, you know? And I don't think life operates like that either, where it's like you have a standardized test and you have a time limit. Like, I haven't had that again in life. Because it totally nullifies other skills. So what are skills? Are you a good standardized test taker? Or do you have other skills that can't be measured with that? I mean, that's a good skill. Like, if you can get a great score like that, you know, more power to you. That's great. Yeah, I wanted to go somewhere. I know the trades now are more being encouraged. College was really encouraged when I was in high school. And so it created actually this like oversaturation of college degrees. But regardless, I probably would have gone to college. I really enjoy exploring ideas and knowledge and learning. And the only place I went to like on campus, when I was at DePaul University and I was on that campus, I was like, yes, this is it. I'm all in. That's that intuition, like speaking and providing information. And I don't think intuition should be ignored. But that can be stressful. I procrastinated with college stuff, which probably didn't help with financial aid, but later on, that wasn't it. I had stuff matched anyways. When you know, you know. But I wanted college basketball at least. If not college football, like at least I want to be somewhere with college basketball, D1. And when I was at DePaul, they had the worst stretch, 4-year stretch. Oh, man. Yeah, what an interesting time, yeah. Also interesting, I started a new notebook, my journal notebook, as you can see. 192 pages. Usually go through about 2 a year. This last one was a little longer. It's going to be a little bit longer. My routine was different because it was when I had lived in Wisconsin. And so my morning routine is shifted a little bit. Anyways. What's our morning routine like? What would we do? What would we adjust? Either take away or like insert that we think we would benefit from. Such beautiful weather. I could just sit out here all day. I haven't much. I've slowed down a little bit intentionally. I know in these recent sessions I've discussed, slowing down, moving forward. I have slowed down a little bit in terms of just like being present. It's pretty incredible because when we slow down, we can really see. We can really see, and from my experience, big things reveal themselves. And oftentimes going full throttle, we can neglect some of these matters. It is crazy though, like every day I feel just so fulfilled. Although I will say, like, what was it, last night? 2 nights ago? Yeah, I just felt kind of agitated, like if I looked at what I accomplished during the day, it would seem productive, I guess, to people. But it's just like not enough. See, whenever I make these plans, I don't account for the fact that I'm human. I'm a biological being, and that I can get like tired and like lose that energy of focus later in the day or something. It's like I want to get this stuff done all the way till I go to sleep. Then I step back and I'm like, that's unreasonable, I think. No, but it's like every day making progress, and that's really cool. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I got 3 new books I published. Published 6 books in July. August, it's interesting because I don't really like put my foot to the pedal till about halfway through the month, it seems like. Then there's about like a 10-day stretch where I'm really intense doing these books. And then we finish them out, then we take a break. And then start kind of absorbing, okay, what ideas do we want to pursue right now? Like what kind of books could we put out this month? August, 20 books are on the table. We've done 20 books this year so far. And we have 25 total. I think, based on my math, I think we can do 20 this month. So I've gotten really good at like designing prototypes, and then it's plug and play. We did 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. No, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 6. 20? How often do we lose our train of thought? How often do we veer? Our attention veers. Is it additive or is it a distraction? I'm just really energized by things that are happening right now, the people I'm collaborating with. It's really interesting, really fulfilling. And, you know, my teacup is always full. All right, what are we curious about recently? And like what threads do we see in front of us that could be interesting to pull on? What's something we've learned about ourselves recently? You know, or something we've noticed through being a little bit objective and like stepping back. Yeah, I think knowing when to stop is good. You know, like I mentioned earlier, I talked about last week. It's like working all the way till you go to sleep and being agitated that you didn't do more. But then it's like maybe that's actually a signal that you didn't know what you were intending to do. Like what would be fair in one's estimate, you know? All right, what are we energized for next week? I'm so energized to return to Chicago, see friends, go to the Art Institute. I have this kind of routine now when I go, and it's just like a day where I just feel like I'm just playing. I'm on my computer the whole day, and I just play on it. And I'll write one book, maybe make 3 music albums, maybe publish another book. Like, I feel so uplifted, so joyful. Yeah, baby. This is what I do. I take a photo of the sessions, and then I write the questions. I use the photo to write the questions on the podcast feed and the YouTube channel. I'm really energized overall with, I've been creating properties for Blue Byron Books. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. I'm designing the website too right now. It's fun. It's been so fun making books and creating, collaborating with people, putting ideas into the world. It's awesome. And on that note, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I appreciate that you're taking these small steps that will accumulate and provide just astronomical dividends for you. So be energized by that. Go out there and inspire the future.